guys. You haven't heard from me for a long time, and I sincerely apologize for that. I just wanted to take some time off to rework the add-on to make it easier to use. I've had some feedbacks telling me that it's quite a pain to learn Blender, and when you're a gamer, that's not your goal, right? You just want to create a board without any specific knowledge of Blender. There is still a minimum you have to know, of course, like navigating in the interface, but that's about it, selecting objects, and that's it. So sometimes next week I'll be releasing the add-on, and I wanted to make a video to showcase the changes I made, all right, and to talk a little bit about the future of the add-on, what I'll be making out of it. So to create a board, beforehand, you had to go to the CBG Board tab by pressing T on your keyboard and selecting Board Settings, then clicking Create, and once it's done, you had to go to Textures and Stickers, and so on and so forth. Well, none of that today. You can still use the panels on the left, of course, but I added contextual menus. Let me show you what I mean. So when you have nothing selected in your scene and you press Alt-Q, it will give you the option to create a new board, a blank one. So let's say I want 6 cells by 6 cells, each cell being 40 millimeters and each margin being 0.2 millimeters with white margin color, and click OK, and it creates the board. Now, as you can see, I have cells selected on my board. I'm just going to switch to a lighting, to a new layout in Blender, so you can better see what I'm doing. So now that I have cells selected, I can press Alt-Q again, set a material for those cells. So I'm going to select a medieval floor and click OK. Right, now I'm going to make a room right here. So I'm going to change the material for those cells, make the material contrasted, and now I have a room with those cells still selected, and that's one of the biggest changes to the add-on. I can now add walls. So I can enter the thickness of those walls, their height, and click OK, and it's going to add 3D walls. So I can, now that I have walls selected, the menu is going to propose options for those walls. So the first thing is going to choose material for the walls, like this one, for instance. All right. And select one particular wall, and here, and add a door to this wall, like this one. Okay, so of course you can add stickers to the walls, like my personal favorite, that is to say bloodstains. All right, add as many as you want on those walls. You don't have to be consistent. Also, I strongly recommend it, so do not follow my example. All right, and add a different kind of door, like a sci-fi door, right here. I'm just going to move it a little bit here. And one of the new changes is that now you can import emissive maps to your textures. As you can see, this texture right here has lights included in it. And this door here has a metallic map, and they are now computed by the add-on. All right, so you probably noticed when I added the door to this wall that it proposes many doors. So the add-on today, well, next week, allows you to add new assets. So I have these doors right here, and I can add new doors to use with the add-on. So I just have to select a Blender file where the door is, or the window, give it a name and click OK. And once it's done, it's going to appear in the list. All right, and same goes for the textures and stickers. I can add new folders on my hard drive where I have saved all the images required to compute the material, and they will appear in the list. Okay, today I have saved 3 folders, for instance. One more thing perhaps is that today you just need one click of a button to export your whole board, and it will automatically create as many pages as required to print them on an A4 piece of paper. So if I click export the board, choose a quality, I recommend starting with a test quality to see first of all if all the elements are correctly printed, are consistent with the idea I had of my board, and to see also how long it takes to export. Now let's talk about the roadmap for 2019. What I intend to do in the upcoming month, what I'll be adding to the add-on. So of course my goal is still the same, give you a complete solution to customize completely your board games. So I'll be adding windows to the add-on. I just show you how you can add doors today, and tomorrow you'll be able to add windows and choose how many windows you want to add on a wall. Add floors to the buildings. So as you can see today, you have a single board and you can just raise some walls around the rooms. But tomorrow you'll be able to add floors to those rooms to make a complete building. And of course, what it implies is that you'll be able to add roofs on top of those buildings. So I include the possibility to customize roofs. And to make it complete, the last thing you'll be able to add in your design process are elements like furniture, and choose how you want to print them afterwards. If you want to print them on a 3D printer, fine. If you want to print them the way you print your board today, that is to say as a PDF and then cut and assemble the furniture, you'll be able to do so. You'll be able to add sidewalks around your buildings, chimneys on the rooftops, and I don't know, anything, torches on the walls, street lamps, etc. I'll add many more printing options, like the possibility to choose a paper size. So today it's just, well, for now, it's just limited to A4 paper. but you'll be able to add many more, to choose many more paper sizes, smaller ones like A5, American standards, and so on and so forth. You'll be able to save your presets and preferences. So if you have a typical board you want to keep and recall later on, you'll be able to do so, save it, and with the materials you prefer on it, etc. And that's about it for 2019. So again, I'm sorry for the time it took. I needed some time off to think things through. And now that it's done, I'm going to release new versions of the add-on regularly, including the features I just exposed. So I hope you'll forgive me again. And if you have any suggestion on what I should be adding to the add-on, please feel free to comment below. And if you like those videos, if you like what you hear, if your expectations are high, please guys, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. It's always a nice thing to keep going, to help me keep going. And I'll see you next week for a complete scenario design showcasing the add-on in a real situation. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.